legends play, where every swing and every cheer makes your day. The Beer League Society, we bring the hype. Crack a cold one, ignite the night. Hey! The Beer League Society podcast. We alive.
Hey everybody!
I love that the stream is a few seconds delayed.
Yeah,
and you can tell I have the stream up because I've got a strobe all over my back.
I was wondering what that strobe was. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
being a good check-in to make sure everything's going. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. But how's it
checking
going,
too.
Andy? How you been, buddy?
I've been good, man. It's been, again, another gap. I mean, I guess chalk it up to the off season, but another missed week last week. Sorry to anybody that was waiting for us to come back, but we are back here as always on Thursday. Well, not as always. We switch it around.
As most of the time.
Most of the time.
At least while it's off season. Yeah.
Right.
But
fresh off our last podcast where those of you guys that were watching, thanks for hanging out with us. We had very special guests with CD and Juice from the Bottomless Truth podcast, chopping it up about some NBA. So shout out to those guys for coming on with us and having a good time talking about the NBA. I had fun. We don't cover a ton of NBA here, but those guys are awesome. They're easy to talk with, and they know ball, and it was fun.
They definitely knew ball. It like scratched an itch I didn't know I had. Like I said, like I don't watch a lot of NBA anymore, or whatever. Like I'm like, but after really watching the finals, like it's like, man, this is fun because
it brought me back.
It did bring me back a little bit. I was like, yeah, all right, I may have to start following basketball a little closer next year because I'm back. It was fun,
a good,
man. And CD Juice were awesome, man. They were incredible guests. Like we need to do guests more often because every time we do a guest, we're like, God, that was great. That was so fun. Like, why don't we do that more? And then we wait 4 months for another guest
before we get another guest. Yeah.
Right. But
on that note, if you are itching, I know that sometimes it's hard to get like comfortable wanting to raise your hand and guest on the show and stuff. But if you're feeling froggy and anything we say piques your interest, we do have a hotline. So if you dial in at any point to this number, I will see it and I can bring you in to chat audio on the stream. So pick up that number. Regular rates apply, although I do think we are technically nights and weekends for everybody. I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure everybody's got free nights and weekends still. Is that a thing? I don't know, but in any event,
half the people that watch us probably have never even heard of nights and weekends.
Yeah, free nights and weekends. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all you young bucks don't know what it's like to not have an unlimited plan where you've got minutes and text messages and at the very beginning of time for cell phones, like the very first hot deal was free nights and weekends. So basically you didn't talk to anybody.
It was a big deal.
It was a huge deal. Yeah. It was like you didn't talk to anybody until that time hit, and it was like bam, then you start the texts, the T9 text lights up and phone calls left and right. It was a wild time. A wild time.
It really was. I remember when I got my first cell phone, it was 25 cents per text that you sent or received.
Received, right? Yeah.
So like I didn't even ask these people to text me. I'm getting text messages that I'm getting in trouble because we're getting charged for other people texting me.
Yeah.
They were definitely double dipping on that, by the way.
Absolutely.
Get tax on that text out and the text
and the
in,
one on it. Yeah, and the one coming in. Right. Exactly.
Right.
It's the same thing. It just, like it's not like there's two messages crisscrossing in the ether. It's like one message that goes from one to the other. So yeah, tax on the way in, tax on the way out. It's very, very American government, American politics of
right. Taxes. We're gonna tax you on the money you make and then tax you when you spend it. Like
yeah, exactly. Brutal, but yeah.
Speaking of very America, I mean, can we just for a second just like how wild has this whole just the world embracing America and this like light? It feels like this like great awakening where like I said, obviously the only thing that they know about America is what they see on the news, which apparently is pretty terrible. Like I knew we weren't exactly a fan favorite worldwide, but maybe I was just misunderstanding to what extent we were being demonized, because everyone was like thoroughly shocked that we don't have horns when they get over here.
Yeah. So he's talking. Crazy. It was a roundabout way of getting at. We are talking about the World Cup, and I don't think we mentioned that, but yeah, one of the biggest.
In my head, I did. There's a good chance.
Yeah.
I did not.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not even fully sure either. So somebody will check us on that one.
All right.
But yeah, talking about the World Cup, definitely a new favorite kind of like content on the internet for me has been, and ironically I don't have any in our internet win segment today, but fun content is online, just a bunch of people try American things for the first time now that they're here like watching, and it's hilarious. Buc-ee's, like there was the German soccer team that was eating brisket sandwiches on a crate of corn feed in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Just like, what is this?
Yes.
I'm in a gas station eating the best meat I've ever tasted in my entire life. Putting my paper plate on a giant pallet, a 6x6x6 pallet of corn feed. Like, just that's America right there, buddy. If you haven't been to a Buc-ee's,
watching him go through like Bass Pro Shop and be like, what is this place? Like, it's the biggest store I've ever seen in my life, and there's animals everywhere.
It's the outdoor version of a magical kingdom. And it's just crazy. Yeah, we take the boys. Like, they love.
You can buy pew-pews. You can buy pew-pews everywhere.
Pew-pews,
like,
right, yeah. Absolutely. If there's nothing more American than buying a pew-pew with minimal background checks or caution to the wind, you can get yourself a pew-pew.
What I see, it was the Scotland. Like some of them had they took them to a shooting range, and they did it right. I mean, they went like just like a full assault,
AR.
right? Like thing, and they laughed. They were like, "I get it. I get it. I totally get it." Like,
I do too. I generally try to stay away from that because I know what I would feel if I did that, and that is unlimited power. Like,
right.
I don't need that. I don't need that right now. I don't need to be tempted by that kind of a good time.
I know. Don't tempt me with that. No, but yeah, like just I love all the stories about like, you know, free like bottomless chips and free and free refills. Like, right. I love the story about the Japanese fans that went to like a Mexican restaurant and they like hand them like chips and like, I haven't earned these yet. They're like, no, those are
what must I do?
Those are free.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, I haven't paid for these. I haven't like no, those are free. Like,
yeah. Well, you pay for it because then I'm sure nothing quite compares to the American tip culture. So
right.
You know, in the end, you get the bottomless chips, but you got to turn around and spend $40 on a tip just to hit the minimum gratuity.
Yeah. But it's funny because I saw another one that was like, everyone was like thought I was gonna hate the tip. It's like, the servers are the nicest. You don't hate tipping. You want to tip them. They're so much more friendly.
True.
Like you don't feel like you're inconveniencing them. Like you want to tip them. Like the tip culture was not nearly. He's like, now that I've had it, he goes, I get it.
You get it,
obviously, but like. Oh, that's what they were saying. Like,
no. I'm not saying you, but saying you to them through what you're saying. No, I mean, I generally I agree, and I do think that like being a server, I never once had the notion to be a server. Never wanted to. It always just seemed like everybody, like all the servers felt like they were fighting off looking sweaty and glistening all the time. Like it just looked like hard work
it's hard work.
Yeah, like exactly. It looked like hard work in front of very hot equipment that you had to make yourself look not like a sweaty slob in front of people that are just judging you left and right. So as a kid, I never had any desire to. I did get thrusted into it though in college, where I what I did want to do was be a bar back or work at a bar. You know, like that's what you do when you're in college. You want to work at a bar.
I could see that. I could see you being a good bar back, actually.
So I got a job as a bar back at the local watering hole in college, and at this particular bar, it was kind of like half security, half bar back. So like then you add that layer into it where it's like, oh, I'm a bouncer at a bar, even though I was just like once in a while there would be something I'd have to get my nose into, but most of the time I'm just lugging kegs around left and right. But it was at this bar that was also an Italian restaurant, like a very nice Italian restaurant. Very interesting too. Like I may have mentioned this way back, but I don't know if I don't want to expose anything, but this was an Italian restaurant of peak quality run by a very Italian family in the middle of rural North Carolina. And I don't really necessarily think that
you had to leave Chicago to join the mafia. That doesn't make any sense.
Basically, yeah. I feel like it was a front. I really do. I feel like this was a place where somebody needed to lay low for a little while and make a good coin. So they sent him to North Carolina and gave him some money to start a restaurant and said, just keep a low profile. So long story short, I was bar backing, and then it was an Italian restaurant at the same time. And so from time to time, they would throw me out to the wolves and be like, look, our staff's short. We need you. Go be a server. And with no training, no nothing, just figure it out. And so I get
do it.
I get it. It is a very difficult, and it was everything. All my thoughts were true. It was, I was fighting off, just sweating through Italian level cooking machinery and meat, like greasy meats everywhere. Like trying to look presentable and have to like show up with wearing all black with God knows how much Parmesan cheese all over myself at any given time, just Parmesan cheese everywhere, having to make wine recommendations to some, mafioso guy that's passing through North Carolina to try to, on his way to New York, probably somewhere or Miami. I don't know.
Between Miami and New York and swinging through North Carolina.
Exactly. And he wants wine recommendations from a guy who just wanted to sling kegs somewhere and had no business making wine recommendations. Like, so I get it, but I guess long-winded way of saying,
didn't you throw me out last week? Like,
right? Yeah.
Like, weren't you a bouncer last week?
Mm-hmm. That's basically how it was. But that story was like just kind of like a long-winded way of saying that I gained an appreciation for like the level of effort that it takes to be a good server. And I've kind of carried that with me, and I judge people more fairly now that are in that line of work, how to like make yourself available and around at just the right times without bugging somebody, is an art form. And so like whenever I do
balancing being present and not hounding is more difficult than you would think when you're trying to do like 4 or 5 6 tables at a time.
Absolutely. That was probably the hardest part about it. And so anytime I get good service at a restaurant where that is like the focus, where it's like every time I put down my drink, some guy was there asking me if I wanted another one. Yet at the same time, if we told him we needed some time to decide what we wanted to eat, he didn't come back every 2 minutes to say, "Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?" So I get that, and I feel compelled to reward that sort of thing, because it doesn't happen by accident. Like, you have to know what you're doing in order to do that, in my opinion. So,
no, it was. I remember I served at a barbecue pit actually in high school, and then when I went to college, I was like, oh, I'll serve at Chili's until I find another job, kind of thing. Yeah. So I served in college for a while before I took my first graphic design job, and I remember it's so weird because it's like it's a hustle bustle, like you're not sitting down, you're on your feet all the time or whatever. Yeah. But like you always have cash, which is nice. Like it's which was really nice.
Just
and then
fat
I remember
wad of it too, like just
right. And you get a good
choke
night
a donkey.
and you feel right after a good weekend. You'd be like, all right, right, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
But I remember when I took my first design job, getting a significant pay cut from like what I was making while serving to like, I was like, obviously it was an investment in my future. So I'm like, it's just what I'm going to have to do and figure it out kind of thing. But it was a bummer to like never have cash and to have a pay cut.
Right.
But I, of course, never regretted it. But yeah, it's interesting. But
yeah. So I mean, you know, long-winded. I know we're bringing it back a little bit, I guess, to the World Cup. So tip culture. Tip culture. All the Europeans coming over to try Taco Bell and Buc-ee's and
the 5-star Golden Corral, right? Like, I do love
There's so much better American establishments. There's so much better.
I know.
American establishments.
Buc-ee's it literally makes me think like, am I genuinely just not like, am I taking for granted like all the great stuff that we have? I definitely am, based on basically everything I've heard. But I need to take more advantage of the just things that are at our disposal at all times, because it's funny because I saw another one that was like, this was a video of like a British guy. He's like, man, like, are your guys' sunsets like this all the time? And because someone's like, do you guys have anything? You don't even have sunsets? Like,
depends on where you're at though too. Like, yeah, like again,
of course.
You know, like you in the paradise world over there gets sunsets with stars and stuff. Like us out here and next to the adjacent to the Chicago smog are lucky if we see half the stars you see on any given night. So yeah, but yeah, there's definitely.
It was interesting when Joan grew up in Chicago. So when she came back to visit to my hometown for the first time, and we're just like outside or whatever, she's like, oh my God, look at the stars. Like, I forgot what stars look like. Right.
1000%. It's one of the more like eye-opening things when you're living in the Chicago area or metro adjacent. That's one of the things you kind of take for granted. And it isn't until you get out into God's country, which I believe is where Jason is probably presently lost right now, which we didn't cover. Sorry. I'm not sure if Jason's going to join, but he's off in over the cheese curtain, desperately, I think, trying to get his Starlink uplink to work so he can join the stream. But I don't know if he'll make it work or not.
Jason's in enemy territory tonight.
He is in enemy territory, 1000% in enemy. But that's where we love to hide out in enemy territory. But
yeah, right.
So we got some World Cup. We got you want to close the loop on the NBA since we kind of finished that out since between the last time we were on the air. It was we had just witnessed when we were on with the Bottomless Truth. We had just come off of that massive comeback win.
Yeah.
That night, and then we never really covered. So one thing I think we should do for everybody, if you'll indulge me, is let's revisit what I think it was either CD or Juice started this with crazy predictions. So I'm gonna bring it in, but here we go.
Nostradumbass Predictions.
All right. So the segment is Nostradumbass Predictions. So let's go back to, and you're going to have to bear with me here for a minute. Let's go back to the stream and see what all of us said was going to happen.
I can already feel where this is going. I don't like it.
Here we go.
Oh, before we get out of here, we got to make our predictions for Game 5. Who do you got?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Game 5, what you got?
It's over. I'm going
It's
next.
over.
You going
It's
next?
over.
Okay.
It's over.
Cody?
I hope I'm wrong.
I'm rooting for the Spurs. I want to see more basketball.
I'm rooting for the Spurs too,
Spurs.
but I think it's over.
So you going next, Jason?
Yeah, unfortunately,
I'm going Spurs.
I wanted to go. I wanted to go the distance, but I don't think it will.
I'm going to go Spurs.
All right.
Yeah, I think the Spurs are going to blow them out. And then I think the Spurs are going to win a close one in New York. And I think we're going to Game 7 and Knicks.
I think
everybody wants. I think everybody wants 7 games of this series.
I just want the same guy, 7-game series, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so.
All right. So those were, once again, for the graphic.
Nostradumbass Predictions.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
your boys. I'm gonna go ahead. I know some of you guys were a little bit wishy-washy, like, oh yeah, I want. I mean, even I said that too. It's like I want the Spurs to win. I think pretty much
Yeah,
all.
I said I think the Knicks will win, but
Yeah.
I want the Spurs to win.
Right, and
Yeah.
I I was pretty adamant that the Knicks were gonna win that game, but I also did caveat it by saying I wanted the Spurs to win too. But I think and I think Jason did as well too. So for your boys at the Beer League Society, I think we're gonna call it 3 accurate predictions, and the 2 dudes who know ball over at
Oh yeah.
At
I
the
didn't realize
Bottomless
this is gonna be a shade throwing. All right, there we go.
no shade, but
You
we
heard
gotta,
it. You heard it.
we have to be, we have to consult the tapes because we don't usually do that very often here. So I consulted the tape and wanted to make the truths be known that those 2 predicted Spurs would win Game 5, and we all predicted that the Knicks would win. And so,
Yeah.
tip of the cap to us for getting it right.
Yep,
No
tip
shade.
the cap. There we go. There we go.
No shade to no
if
shade.
if you would like to
CD
be
Juice.
a guest on our podcast and get shit talked after you're gone, just join us now. Just kidding.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, yeah, CD and
Juice were awesome.
That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to now that we have this segment, that's gonna make football season real fun because now we're gonna have our own like a weekly who you got speed round or something, and then go back and check the tapes.
Yeah.
I like it. Just adding more production activity for Andy, but
It's all right.
he'll find a way to automate it.
I'll I like doing it. So
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, we
long
got
story short, Knicks in 5.
yeah, exactly. Long story short is Knicks in 5. But there not only that, there are also some other big news ticket items, big ticket items in the news department around the NBA. We got a blockbuster trade, man. I mean, talk about blockbuster.
Yeah.
Giannis goes
Tippy top. Yeah.
goes to Miami. That kind of came out
Which
of
is
nowhere.
Wild. Yeah, I was like, I feel like I hadn't even really heard much about that, like being no rumors or anything.
Yeah. So here's the breakdown on this trade too, which is fucking crazy. So
Holy
Miami received Giannis and Bobby Portis,
and Portis.
and Milwaukee receives Tyler Hero, Kel'el Ware, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Kaspardas Jakakoinis, a 2026 first-round pick, 2031 first-round pick, 2033 first-round pick, a 2030 first-round pick swap, and a 2033 second-round pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a swap, 8. Essentially 8 ball players for 2 guys.
That is wild.
Absolutely fucking wild to me. Instantly, my instant reaction was that this has got to be one of like the biggest like trades of all time, let alone NBA trades. In terms of yeah.
What would be more?
It turns out.
Did you look any up?
I present to you this. So we'll kind of go through this a little bit. So this particular meme, whatever you want to call it, how many first round picks were you traded for? Giannis 3, Rudy Gobert 4, Mikal Bridges 5, apparently, which is crazy. I didn't bother to look up all of the haul on those, but I did go back and just say, okay, so technically speaking, there are only 3 first round picks in this trade for Giannis, 2026, 31, and 33. Technically speaking, the 2030 is a swap, so it's not, that doesn't count as 4, and then obviously this last one was a second round pick. I just found that kind of wild. Like, again, maybe I'm looking at it from my NFL lens. Yeah. I'm looking at it from the NFL lens where like we see like 2, maybe 3 first round picks as like the absolute peak, like you would pay for one single player. But yeah, apparently both Rudy and Michael Bridges or whatever. I can't pronounce it, but Bridges and Gobert.
Bridges.
Bridges and Gobert both had more, technically, first-round picks. And then there's also this one, the Paul George trade as well, too, for which the Thunder received SGA, Danilo Gallinari, 1 first-round pick, 2 first-round pick, 3 first-round pick, 4 first-round pick, another pick swap, 5 first-round picks. So this was also another 5 first-round picks and 2, one play or finals MVP, which obviously was not a finals MVP at the time, but he is now a finals MVP and a pretty serviceable other player in Gallinari. So
yeah,
this one might even beat out any of those other two. Like, again, this was part of
for sure
part of the NBA period where I was not really paying much attention. So I'm sure this one kind of like went over my head, but that's pretty damn crazy.
That's wild too. Yeah.
Again, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Call it 7 players. That's like 7 for 1 right there for Paul George too. No less.
Damn. I mean,
because one of them was a swap. But
that feels crazy. But again, maybe I'm just thinking like NFL as my like stamp. But like that's. I mean, that Milwaukee like. But I mean, all those trades like how do you not just create a dynasty?
Seriously,
you get that many first round picks for one player, like that'll
not only that,
reset
but
your
then
whole organization.
But then the NBA in general has been what 8, 7, if not 8 different NBA champions in the last 8 years or whatever it is, or something like that in the last 10 years. Like, so they find a way to get parity even with the fact that these trades are happening somehow. So crazy.
Like, I mean, those are massive trades. Like, that's crazy. Damn. Well, I mean, that massive trades from one to the next. Might as well go to the NFL. But
let's talk about some NFL because it's been quite some time. I mean, don't get me wrong, love to talk about the NBA, but NFL, yeah. So while all this was happening, another blockbuster trade that would have made tons of content for us here at the Beer League Society that just had to be put on hold for NBA and other reasons. Myles Garrett, man, on his way to the Rams.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's yeah. It's so funny because it felt inevitable, and then it felt like they had kind of patched everything up and was fine.
Right.
And then he was gone. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, it felt that way. And what's really crazy is, again, like, now that the Rams have Garrett, now that like the
Aaron
bat
Donald
signal is up, and Aaron Donald is like
out of fucking nowhere.
Like. Right, yeah. Like okay, that's fair, cool. Yeah, let's throw Myles. I mean, thank God that it's at least Garrett's out of the friggin' AFC North, but like the Rams are going to be a problem on defense.
They sure are. But like, I don't know what to make of that. Like, okay, all of a sudden you land a big superstar and a guy who's retired gets a tickle in his balls and wants to come back and play. What does that say to Aaron Donald? Like, why aren't you playing right now? Why does it take your team landing somebody who could insulate you as a player and make your stats bigger as an individual? Because like, to your point, it would be a pretty nasty situation to scheme against if you got Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett on opposite ends of the line of scrimmage. I just don't understand the motivation behind it, or more importantly, the lack of motivation to play if you're on a team like the Rams who don't have Myles Garrett. Like, why did you retire in the first place? Like, what's your motivation?
To be fair, that was also the question when he retired. I'm like, wait, why are you retiring?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You're like peak shape, peak age, crushing it.
Right.
Like, Did he retire after the Super Bowl? When was that? It's been a few years since he's played. It wasn't directly after. When did it? This is the type of live research that you
feverishly
love to see.
Googling. Feverishly Googling. After a dominant 10-year career, he was 32.
Yeah.
3 defense.
Felt burned out.
Felt burned out. Okay.
So was that 1 or 2 seasons after the Super Bowl?
20.
I mean, it was 2 years ago when he announced it, but that was after the 20. So that'd have been after the 23-24 season. So
Yes, in March of 2024.
interesting.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's,
that's
so what? He'll be 30. What? 35
32.
now?
Yeah. I don't know. I just,
Yeah, he's 35. Yeah.
retires when he's quote unquote burnt out in the height of his career. All of a sudden, you got some guy who can insulate you, comes back, and now all of a sudden you feel the motivation again. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I'll reserve judgment
maybe he's
until the
just
fact that he
recovered.
actually
Yeah.
does come out of retirement and does play that season. Then I'll maybe say something. But it could just be that he's happy for the Rams and giving them the extra juice of the idea of him coming back and bookending the defensive line of scrimmage with Myles Garrett. But who knows?
Yeah. It genuine unless they like legit win the Super Bowl, which doesn't seem like absolutely out of mind. Like,
No, it's
if he does,
they got to be somewhat of a favorite.
it immediately throws them up in the top 5, no question. If they weren't already in the top 5,
Yeah.
So, all right, say he comes out. I don't see a scenario outside of a Super Bowl ring where this is a win for Aaron Donald. He comes out and he crushes it. Well, why the hell did you abandon? Like, why did you quit?
Yeah,
Why did you stop? All that stuff. You could have been doing this whole time. Okay, now you're a bad guy. You come out and you suck. Well, now you just Russell Wilson to your
Right, your entire career.
your legacy.
Yeah.
It just seems like a really high risk
Low reward.
play. Really,
Yeah.
for Aaron, with a low chance of the reward that you're looking for.
For that matter, I think to a somewhat lesser of a degree, I kind of feel similarly about Myles Garrett. It's like if he just lands on this team and they have a dynasty of losing in the NFC Championship or even making a Super Bowl or 2 and losing. I mean, does that make a better career than you would have had if you were just the absolute only good thing on a Browns team for an entire decade? Like,
To be fair, I think he's like in that Baker Mayfield of like, dude, that guy, he just wants to taste a winning season. Like, can you blame the guy? Like, I don't.
No, I
don't
can't
blame the guy.
I don't blame the guy either, but running to the Rams feels like just short of running to the. I mean, to be honest, I feel like the Rams is the closest thing to a dynasty that we have right now in present day. Even though they have not, amazingly, won a Super Bowl,
More than the Chiefs.
I feel like right now in the last couple of seasons, I feel like the Rams have been more consistent winners than the Chiefs have in like the last 2 or 3 years, I'll call it. And like for where their stock is going to, because I think the Chiefs are on their way down, and I think the Rams are with this move are still ascending. They didn't stay stagnant. Now they're ascending. Like there's no reason to think outside of their quarterback situation, which I guess in fairness is a pretty big situation. There's no reason to think that they can't go back to the NFC Championship this year off with doing nothing more. Like they should be back in the NFC Championship on paper based on the moves that they made right now. Like there's no reason why they shouldn't. So I think, generally speaking, I think the Rams are I don't want to say dynasty because they haven't won anything, but they're an upper echelon team that's going to continue to keep winning. And so if you're Myles Garrett and you go there versus to me that seems like landing soft. Like he landed in a very cushy position, in my opinion, versus like moving yourself out of the dumpster and going to a team that's like 1 or 2 chips away from making it in like a deep run in the playoffs, like your impact might be more seen in that scenario than it would be just jumping to the Rams, who were NFC champions last, you know, like, or in the NFC championship last year. You know, like now all of a sudden and continuing to be deep in the playoffs every year. And all of a sudden you're just kind of, you seem like you're Super Bowl chasing a little bit, which again, I'm not going to fault the guy for wanting to win and going to a good situation. I just think that there could be other teams that he could go to where his impact would be greater and the speculation around his motivation would be less, I guess is what I was trying to say.
Got you. I'm still recovering from the Rams over the Chiefs thing. Like, we're 1 year removed from Kansas City Chiefs being in 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls.
You are right.
The last time right.
They're not, but I just feel like there's so much on the downside right now. They don't scare me anymore. You know, like, time will tell. Like,
well, now they have a damn running back. Now they have a running game.
That is true.
But I don't disagree that it feels like they are over their prime.
Yeah.
But to say that the Rams are somehow more of a dynasty than the Chiefs,
I don't.
Crazy.
Yeah, when you say it, it out loud,
like a bold stance.
When you say it out loud like that, yes, but which was somewhat what I was trying to say, but not quite what I was. I don't want to consider the Rams a dynasty, but they are perennial winners in my opinion. Okay. And you know, like, and I think that they're
always competitive in the playoffs.
They're not a Myles Garrett away from making the Super Bowl. They you know, like, they were less than a Myles Garrett away from making the Super Bowl, if not winning the Super Bowl. They're less than that.
Yeah.
You know, in my opinion. Yeah. So adding Myles Garrett puts them, in my opinion, has got to be an early odds-on favorite to make, if not win, the Super Bowl based off of where they landed last year and what they've added and what they haven't lost yet in Matthew Stafford. Like, there's just, you know, to me, like, he could have gone somewhere where adding a Myles Garrett would have maximized, like, that gap between winning and losing, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, the gap between winning and losing for the Rams is here, and adding Myles Garrett puts them there. But if you go to, like, the gap between winning and losing with, like, I don't know, I can't even think of a comp right now, but, like, Bears, we'll say. Like, adding a Myles Garrett moves the needle, like, right up to where it needs to be, as opposed to past it, you know, like, to where somebody can look at it and be like, were you just going, were you trying to land soft and land in a cushy situation right now just to get yourself a ring? Or were you really trying to be the guy that makes this team what it is?
Yeah. As of right now, the Los Angeles Rams, after the trade, are officially the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Not surprising.
With a 14.9% chance of winning, which is crazy, because if you would have asked me, I would have assumed it would have been Seattle or LA at the top. So they have Seattle at number 4 right now.
That's surprising.
And they have the Bills at 2 and the Ravens at 3. Which, I mean, none of those names are shocking at the top, but I would not have put them above Seattle. Which is interesting.
Yeah, they're really just giving Seattle, like, it was a flash in the pan kind of year, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, apparently.
I mean, they lost some things.
That's interesting.
Lost Kobe Bryant. They lost, I guess, a couple of defensive players, but
yeah,
I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
But to your point about the Chiefs dynasty, that's another topic item there. If they are on their downslide, they certainly did not let Pat Mahomes, aka Bat Manholes, know about it, because they gave him basically $500,000 fucking dollars for his next contract, which is
sorry, I had to, like, that. Those last odds just seemed wild. So I went to I went to FanDuel.
Okay.
I went to a different event, and they have the Rams still at 1. They have Seattle at 2.
Seattle at 2.
And then Bills Ravens.
Yeah.
It's
early in the season. They're probably juicing some teams to try to get some action right now, make some money off of them. For sure. I don't.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Outside of 1, maybe 2, I don't really care what people put other teams at, but like it is telling to me that at least 2 major betting outlets have the Rams at number 1 after that Myles Garrett trade.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, that is interesting. For what it's worth, as far as like I'm looking at the odds for most likely to be Super Bowl champions after this season, we have the Rams at 1, Seahawks at 2, Ravens, Bills, then Chiefs, which is interesting. Eagles is not surprising. I would have put them higher up personally. Same thing with New England. Then the Chargers, Green Bay, which okay, and then San Francisco.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Those are some interesting ones. I feel like that's a lot of previous
ones in there.
Previous results filtering into current, like current predictions, but
it feels a little bit like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
All
right.
We could.
I'm surprised the Broncos aren't higher, given how their season went last year. I'm surprised the Bears aren't higher. Lions, we'll see.
Speaking of Lions, did you hear about Terry and Arnold? He's a kind of like a no-name cornerback for Detroit, but I think they had pretty high hopes for him. Dude just got busted like hardcore. He's facing life in prison right now for some. I think it was like an armed robbery,
kidnapping, and armed robbery.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. This dude,
Oofda.
like,
all right.
I think it was like, I think the armed, like they, somewhere somebody did like the total amount of assets that were part of the robbery, and it was like $10,000, and like this dude makes like at least $1 million, if not 2 or 3. Why the fuck?
Police allege that Arnold coordinated an attack after suspecting the victim of stealing $250,000 in belongings from Airbnb.
250. Okay, so that's a little bit more substantial than what I heard, but still, what are you getting yourself wrapped up in stealing shit when you're a fucking signed NFL player? Like brutal.
That's super crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a gnarly one. Given like Ayuk a run for his money.
No. Okay, so it says Starr has been arrested in connection with an alleged kidnapping and robbery incident. Police allege that Arnold coordinated the attack, suspecting the victims of stealing $250,000 in belongings from his Airbnb.
Oh.
So it was his Airbnb that he thought they had stolen $250,000.
They had stolen some stuff from, and so he goes
Arnold
and
denies involvement, and his rep claimed no evidence linked to him.
Interesting.
Linked to the crimes.
Okay.
So it sounds like he suspected them of taking his stuff.
And so what did he do? He went and just assaulted them, or did he kidnap somebody, or like what?
I don't know if he.
Where's the kidnapping
he
comes
probably detained, because I think if you take anyone and hold them against their will, it's like kidnapping.
Sure, of course, yeah. We'll wait for more details before we pass judgment, even though they're NFC North teams, and I love when NFC North teams just have chaos surrounding them. Speaking of which, speaking of which,
wild story though.
Micah Parsons, another topic on the docket for NFL. Looks like he's going to land himself on the pup list for at least like 5, if not 6 games into the season, more.
Damn.
Yeah. So he's not recovering well.
Or?
Yeah, it seems like he had a setback. It's probably him going out on that fucking rascal scooter and dicking around at the.
I know. at the All-Star.
At the All-Star or the Pro Bowl, yeah.
Not All-Star. Pro Bowl, yeah, that's what it was.
Probably
that sucks though.
Caught a toe.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's at your mortal enemies now, which I get, but like the game's just more fun to watch when players like him are on the field.
It is, yeah. Like objectively speaking, yes, I agree with you. And not only that, but he has been very complimentary of the Bears. One of the few Packers that has not quite figured out the script yet. In that
the hate, yeah.
Like you can't like he's gone on multiple occasions and stood up for Caleb Williams as being like a guy he thinks is going to be top in the league, to which Caleb Williams did not give him the reciprocation.
He did not return the favor.
No. I'm sure he maybe did in private, but in public, I'm like he did what he was supposed to do. And again, it's what I love. What I love about the current generation of the Bears is that we're bringing back this whole FTP or nothing, like fuck the Packers or nothing, like, and it can be a show. I'm totally fine with it being a show. Like if these guys are like, tell them ahead of time, like, look, text them on the side, you're still my boy, but I got to go up there and show the Chicago meatheads what's up. And
right. If I praise
totally
a Packer, it doesn't matter. I'm getting roasted. So
exactly. Yeah. So I
business decisions out here.
So I don't my jerseys. Exactly. I don't hate Micah Parsons because he's gone out in public, has not figured out yet that you don't prop up any Bears fans. He's gone out and said that he supports, or he's a big fan of Caleb Williams. So for that reason, I'm not going to hate on him, and it does suck. But there's a small part of me that's happy that he might not be back until at least after
we missed at least one game against you guys.
One game against us, yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
I ain't mad at that. What else we got?
Fair enough.
AJ Brown finally moves to the in the shocker of the year. AJ Brown is a Patriot.
Finally moves to, and again, I'm throwing this out there. Did not verify these sources, but apparently already making comments about not liking how he's being used in the receiving game. So record pace for even AJ Brown, but settling in nicely, I guess. Mm-hmm. Getting into mid-season form already.
Yeah, and solidifying the fact that there was an actual scoop to be associated with the Vrabel and Rossini scandal. So we can put that on the list, that there was something that they were diddling each other over to get the scoop on. So I guess in a way that's vindication, but
sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and speaking of, I know we touched on a little bit on Pat Manholes, but he got the bag, like $500 million or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. $500 million. Jesus Christ, it's like an Ohtani contract, like just unreal. I mean, once again,
he got the bag.
Oh, the one point I'll say is, once again, that deal is cleverly structured by some financial genius to benefit both parties in some way, shape, or form. I won't go over the particulars of it, but there's plenty of escape clauses and deferred money and all that good stuff. Same thing as like the Ohtani deal.
Same thing with Kelsey.
And same thing with Kelsey, exactly. Yeah, they can find a way to quietly pay this man to go away after some time and not hamstring their team, just like they did with Kelsey. And yeah, so it's $500 million. I don't like it. I would not pay Mahomes at this stage in his career that amount of money, but you really don't have much that you can do. You need to keep him. There might be some juice left in the orange to squeeze, yada, yada, yada. So,
and I wonder if some of that isn't like, if some of it may even just be like, I mean, this guy's done more for this organization than any human being on the planet. Like,
sure,
let's give the guy give the guy his dues, I guess, a little bit. But Those are some dues, though. Those are some dues.
Those are some goddamn dues for sure.
Yeah. But in the original, going back to the segue, Pat Manhole's got the bag. But damn, Drake London went third highest wide receiver contract
Jesus
ever.
Christ. Drake London, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Which, it doesn't, if you actually like look at his stats, it's not as shocking as it sounds. With that being said, it's crazy to think that, you know, JJ, Chase, like all these guys, Amon-Ra St. Brown, like all these guys are like really young still. And Drake, and I mean, obviously Drake is younger, but like, man, he got a contract, man.
Seriously. Well, it like to me, it's like a set, like all these contracts at some point down the road, these guys are doing like set the market contracts. You know, if I was negotiating for a contract right now, I would say, and somebody said, well, you're asking, and the team said, you're asking us to give you the third highest wide receiver contract ever produced in the NFL. Why do you think you're worth that? One of my defense mechanisms, if I was his agent, would be to say the third highest contract today. That does not necessarily mean it will be the third highest contract in probably 3 years from now, which is not, maybe not even a month for all we know. You know, exactly. Right. Like these are set the market contracts to where you're putting yourself enough above the market such that when you look at the average over a 3 to 5 year span, you're pretty much in the middle. You know, and I think like that's a negotiation tactic that I would use is like, yeah, today it's the third highest contract, but in a year or two from now, I'm going to be pretty much in the middle, yet I'm still going to be producing. It's going to be a deal. Exactly. I'm going to be producing because I'm Drake London, I'm going to be producing in the top 5, and my contract's probably going to be out of the top 5. You know, so I'm just setting the market for the rest of the wide receivers right now. You know, like. Yeah. So I think that's kind of where he is and the tactic that I would use if I was negotiating these contracts.
Well, and just his last 2 seasons alone. So 2 seasons ago. So not last year, but the year before, he finished as wide receiver 5. Mm-hmm. Last year, he missed 5 games, something like that. He still finished in the top 15 in wide receiver.
Okay.
So he had from week 6, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Through those weeks, he was wide receiver 1 3 out of the 5 games that were played, because he had a week 8 bye. So for the 5 games, that stretch, he was wide receiver 1 in the entire league 3 out of 5 games.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got some stats, and obviously, like if he carries that pace out all for those 5 games, he's definitely top 5 for sure. Sure. But and he's young, and he's 6 foot.
He's huge.
14 or whatever the hell he is. Yeah, he's 6'4", 215, which is wild because they actually extended Pitts this week, I think. Which
did they?
I mean, they legit have like the towers, bro. Like they're 2 huge receiving options on either side.
These guys are massive.
So, and you got Bijan behind in the backfield. Like it's now their other wide receivers are trash. I think it's like Zacchaeus and
hey, don't sleep on Olamide.
Yeah. Who's the other guy? It was he was drafted by Washington, went to the Phillies. Jahan Dotson.
Okay.
Jahan Dotson. So I think he's their like wide receiver 3 or something like that. But
I was trying to pull it up, but
yeah, I think it's Dotson right now. But it'll be interesting. I don't know. I can't unless they drafted. Did they draft somebody? No. I'm getting all of the AFC South teams.
Drake London,
all the
Dotson, Zacchaeus are 1, 2, and 3. Zachariah Branch, Drummond, Vinny Anthony the second. Yeah, and it just like fucking goes off the rails.
Goes off the rails, kind of. Yeah. But good. Yeah. tip of the cap for him handshakes for Drake. And
got his bag.
We'll be excited to see what he does this year, man. But
other NFL news, we won't.
For a second.
Since we're officially like 50-50 between Bears and other teams, we won't cover this for too much. But Iceman Caleb Williams is the new cover of Madden. Knock on wood. Get out of here, Madden curse. But yeah,
be careful what you ask for. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. We'll embrace it as a Chicago. Like as a Chicago fan, I'll embrace anything that is.
Don't downplay it. You're excited. You got your boy on the cover of Madden. Like
he's getting some national cred. I'll give him that. I think he's a tad early, if not right on pace with what I think should be. I'm a little nervous that they're putting him a little bit too high right now, but I think he's a good character for the cover. I'm cool with it. It's never. There's always like some wild cards with the covers, or some guys that that they want to promote, not necessarily that they justify promoting, but they want to promote.
See Peyton Hillis from the
yeah.
when he was on the cover of Madden
exactly.
in like 14 or whatever the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild.
Mm-hmm. So I'm with it. I'm cool with it. But the more important thing is that there is going to be this year a Bears themed Hallmark movie. That's something I can get behind as a Bears fan. Just kidding.
I cannot wait to
Dude,
see that love story unfold.
This is ridiculous. There was a whole social media campaign where they announced it. I think there was a post today on Facebook or all the socials with Colston Loveland and Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson very clearly reading from a script. If I didn't have time to pull it up, but you could see his eyes go left to right. And we are very excited to announce that there will be a Bears themed Hallmark movie coming out this winter. I, for one, with my wife, will be watching it plenty of times throughout the winter. Just absolutely ridiculous.
Freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
So with all that, I'm not sure what's going on right now, but I'm a little leery of all the extracurriculars that are going on with the Bears. I mean, again, if we put together a good season warranted, now it's time for the national media to start just paying attention. But I think it might be just a touch early, just a touch. We'll see.
It as much as I love your boy, it was not. It felt a little out of left field for me, even too. Like, not saying he's not deserving or anything like that. It just I wouldn't have assumed he was like on the cover. At minimum, I thought it would have been someone from like one of the Super Bowl teams. Like something.
Well, I think it was
someone had like a monster year.
I think they recognized the marketing opportunity. He did the Jordan pose. I mean, I think this was probably
the throw.
Yeah, it was probably decided the moment that they started memeing his throw into the Jordan pose. Somebody at EA Sports said, we got to get him on the fucking cover of Madden because we can do a whole thing with the Jordan pose and recreate the iconic, which they did, the skyline in the background and the whole thing. So I'm not surprised by that. And he did give the NFL an absolute metric shit ton of really awesome moments last year. But, ultimately we didn't achieve the goal of what we were looking for. I don't think any of it, I think we overachieved for what we thought we were going to do that year, but we didn't achieve some sort of measurable NFL goal that makes you justified in getting covers and national attention. But we put we put the nation on notice, and I think this year it's up to us to kind of like progress that, and maybe if we make it to an NFC championship, then we can start talking about that stuff, Hallmark movies and whatnot. But so I think it's a little bit jumping the gun. I'm a little nervous. I hope that I'm rocking in the chair. Please don't jinx us. Please don't jinx us.
Did he officially have the most throwing yards of any Bears quarterback last season?
That's a great question.
He didn't throw for
He didn't throw for 4.
4,000. I know you guys still don't have a 4,000, but I know it was close.
That's a great question.
Close.
Yeah. I don't. As I'm a bad Bears fan. I did not look at that because he didn't hit 4,000. That was like our
threshold.
That was the threshold. Yeah. But he might have had one of the best throwing seasons because it was only like less than 50 yards
I think
short.
He was less than 50 yards short. There can't be too many between in that mark over a season. You wouldn't think.
I think Eric Kramer, if I remember correctly, was the top. He might have been less than 10 short even, I think. So it might be
really.
Yeah, I think he was like so close. In fact, I think he was probably the reason why they created the 4,000-yard passer because he was so short of it. Like that became the stat that they said, like it's 4,000 or everybody else under 4,000. You got it, don't you?
Caleb Williams is officially the all-time single-season passing record holder for the Chicago Bears.
Nice.
At 3,942 yards.
42, so yeah, less
just over 50.
Just over 50.
Eric Kramer was at 38. So
oh wow, way low.
Quite a bit more. Yeah, quite a
substantially
bit more.
lower.
Caleb did. So
okay. Fair
and
enough.
Then right below now, and then you got like Jay Cutler only 20.
Cutler should have
less than that.
Cutler should have been the one
back to back. Cutler had 38, 3,800, 36, 6, 36, 5. I said 36. 3,666, 3,659. So it was only 7 short there. But
that's still a lot.
Caleb Williams in 2024 is 6th on the all-time list. And then Cutler, Trubisky.
It kind of puts
Trubisky at 8 is wild.
He had one good year. It was his Pro Bowl year. Like he put together a good year, and like it's such a wild stat to me as a Bears fan because there's so many times that you would think we had to have had a quarterback like there's no reason why Cutler should not have been able to throw for 4,000 yards. Like I'd love to go back and just like re-download and watch that entire season to figure out why he missed it, because he was a fucking gunslinger. Like that guy was throwing the ball 50 yards at like once a series, and so was it just a matter of like nobody was catching it and Brandon Marshall wasn't catching it, like I don't know, but and then conversely it
was
just
not
like,
for lack of trying.
right, and then conversely it's like Mitch Trubisky.
Oh, there he is. I was like, wait a minute, what's happening right now?
From the parts unknown, deep beyond the cheese curtain, we have Jason is here with us via Starlink satellite uplink. Welcome. You heard us talking about Chicago stuff, and then you hopped on, didn't you? Yeah.
Is your microphone in the other room?
Yeah, it does kind of sound like it.
Does it sound far away?
It does.
You sound super far away. Actually, I think I heard one of your kids talking.
Oh, because it's. Hang on.
I could hear Caleb clearer than you.
There he is.
How's it now?
Yeah.
That's better.
That's better.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
Where's your microphone? I can hear Caleb. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's so high.
That's better though. That's better.
No, that's hopefully it's canceled a little bit, but that's Ashley and
No worries.
and my little. So they're making dinner.
We were just going through
it was such a beautiful day.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, it's such a beautiful day. I just went fishing. So.
Oh, there you go.
Understandable. Yeah. We were just going through a very meaty chunk of Bears news, and I think I was talking about the concept of the 4,000-yard passer, and I was saying how it's like simultaneously wild to me that people like Cutler never hit 4,000. Yet at the same time, somebody like Mitch Trubisky had one like really good Pro Bowl season and came within a sniffing distance of
eighth on the all-time list.
Eighth on the all-time list
of all Bears.
Yeah, I don't know what that speaks to more, but like
That's crazy.
It's just that's Bearsdom right there in a nutshell.
And we did.
But Cutler never got.
Go ahead.
Cutler never got close.
He got close.
He got I think the highest he got was what 3,000 was it 3,666? Is that what we said?
Yeah. Which is really
and then it was like
that close.
3,666, then 3,657. Like it was like like 59 or something like that. It was like right there.
But I was saying the fact that like pretty much every series he was throwing at least one 50-yard ball down the field. It felt like it just was wild to me that he, of all the guys who was a cannon arm with some streaky receivers, didn't get it, like over all of his years, didn't get that. Yet somebody like Mitch Trubisky, who was the king of the dink and the dunk, like somehow managed to get, somewhat
make it in the top 10.
Yeah, make it in the top 10 is just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That is a crazy stat. It is the Bears' stat ever to Bears.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Did you know that Caleb Williams officially holds the all-time single season passing record for the Bears?
By like what, 40 yards, something like that? 50 yards?
Well, he's 50 yards.
No,
he was 50 yards short of the 4,000 mark, but he is significantly.
Eric Kramer was the previous holder at 3,838. So over 100 yards more than the previous record holder.
Yeah.
But still somehow under 4,000. So
it's crazy.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
And how many?
I need to get a refill.
How many has Cincinnati had?
4,000 passing yard quarterbacks? Let's see.
Oh, here we go. He's shots fired. Now he's asking about Cincinnati.
Let's see. I mean, I know Joe Burrow.
Did Palmer ever get there?
Joe Burrow had 4,918. Let's see.
Palmer.
Yep. Joe Burrow has done it. Andy Dalton has done it. Carson Palmer has done it.
Andy Dalton did it. God, we fucking had Andy Dalton and we couldn't even get
the
him
Red Rocket.
And the Red Rocket did it twice.
Jesus Christ. How could we not turn
43
Andy Dalton in? How could we and that was during some pretty bad years for the Bengals too. How could we not have turned I guess we weren't any better than the Bengals is what we're saying. Basically.
Oh, here's the bad part is we weren't bad with Andy Dalton. We just couldn't win a playoff game. We made the playoffs 5 consecutive seasons.
Did you really?
0 playoff wins.
Okay.
Yes, 5 consecutive seasons we made the playoffs with the Bengals with him. Because remember it was him, AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and that was back when we had some running game,
Where was Hushman Zada?
Hushman Zada was Palmer. That was the Ocho Cinco, Carson Palmer. Like
what was that?
What?
What was that? I turned my camera off.
Yeah. Go ahead, turn it off.
That was awesome.
Go ahead, turn it off. Yeah. Yeah.
It caught me off guard too when I hopped on.
That's pretty darn funny.
I was tired of the black.
Dude,
you turn your camera off,
too.
it goes black. I didn't like that.
Well, I was just going to get a beverage,
Go
so
for it. Yeah.
I didn't know that I would turn into a superhero. So that was pretty amazing.
It's pretty sick. And I love the heart too. Like especially with
that's
the
what he
right.
Like
that's what because that's what he does in the intro, like with the
right,
CHD.
right. So you got my. That's just crazy, man. That's pretty awesome. Thank you.
Andy is a king of surprise and delight. Like he really is. Just
yes.
Always has
the
always
notes
has
section.
Trick up his
Like
sleeve.
what was that?
Yeah.
I know that was like, oh, wow! Look at that.
That's all stuff that's off stream, man.
I'm doing
It's all cow themed, and they have one right by the register.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted. Obviously, very rudely.
No. We were wandering. Cody started in with the Bears talk. I started, keeping it going, but we should probably move on because there's plenty to talk about. Jason joined probably at the perfect time, unless there's anything. I do have some tin hat takes for you guys if you guys want some tin hat takes. At least one.
What? Oh yeah. I mean,
I got one.
Jason's here.
Oh, you got one. Okay. All right. Well, let's cue it up. Here we go.
So fresh.
Free your mind. See beyond what they want you to see. Beer League Society presents Tin Hat Takes.
All right, my tin hat take for today. I should probably preface this. You guys know James Franco, obviously.
Yes.
We do.
You do know that he was canceled for a while and some shit. Probably an essay. I think there was an essay allegation or whatever, and then he's been out of pocket for a while. He's starting to resurface on social media. So I will present to you this James Franco social media post.
I know how this looks like. Dude, this dude's like 48 years old, you know, like, okay, getting on this, like, you know, internet game. That's not what's going on. Okay, all right. I don't know what to do. You know, everyone, you know, I go and tell people, they just say I'm crazy or whatever. They're gonna tell me to shut up. And I don't want to shut up. I want this to come out because I don't want this to be on me alone, you know? And if I bring it to the world, you know, maybe y'all will help me, you know, figure this situation out. Serious stuff. I won't be alone. Like, I keep it secret, then people tell me, you know, I can tell I'm just crazy, I'm just real. You know, we have to get him help and, like, put him away or something. But I tell you, it's out there on the internet, lives forever. I won't be shut down. Do some crazy stuff. Knock on. There's wood underneath that. Knock on wood. Even if I get put away, you guys will know. And you can continue what I started. So that's why I'm doing this. Not for any other reason, no other reason. Serious. Just to get it out there so it's off my hands and it's in your hands. So I'm putting it in your hands. That's what this is about. I'm putting it in your hands. It's a big responsibility, and thank you. Thank you.
All right. So sorry to make you sit through.
What did I just watch?
1,000%. 1,000% my reaction. No idea. All I know is this is James Franco. Here's kind of one of the little kickers. If you notice right over here, the account is James Franco 2319. That's not his normal account, but it is apparently an account controlled by him. Somebody from another podcast pointed out that 2319 is a number of somewhat significance. I have not verified this, but I believe this number shows up in Monsters, Inc. in some way, shape, or form, where it was like a code for like something to the effect of like when the monsters were found or something. If you guys can Google that while we're chatting about it, but thought there was some significance with that number. No idea what I just watched.
It is in 2001 Pixar film. A 2319 is an emergency code declared by the Child Detection Agency whenever a monster is contaminated by a human or an item from the human world.
Yeah, which was interesting. I don't know why, but could.
If I'm not mistaken, this 2319 is it shows up a lot.
I don't know, but that's an interesting insight if it is. This video.
There's an update from 12 hours ago that says James Franco sparks concern as he joins TikTok with erratic videos detailing alien encounters.
Yeah, so that was kind of the thing. Like this video shows up, and it's not super old now, but like it's been around for a little bit, and I like watched for a little while to see there was people speculating all sorts of things. It made some rounds or whatever. There's one other thing within here. So we have the James Franco original Alien video, and in the comments, somebody posts, "All truths will be revealed," to which James Franco, the original poster, creates 7/13/2026, 7:13 a.m. 2. So there's that. Mark your calendars, folks.
He's on some good stuff, I guess.
Well, like that's what's so interesting to me.
If they announce on that date that they're coming out with like Independence Day 3 or whatever the hell it is, I
did a little bit of light digging into IMDb, and James Franco has quite a few upcoming projects. Nothing immediately jumps out as being alien or conspiracy related. If you look at his IMDb page, there is some sort of untitled James Franco project in his IMDb right now, which I don't think is slated for anything like recent or upcoming. It's like
in the near future,
2028, if anything.
Not that I want you to go down this road, but what's the original Alien video?
Good question. I've not looked at that, but
I'll have to watch.
Yeah. I think it's very similar because so the video that I just showed was somewhat of a compilation of, and that's why I picked it. Some of his other videos that were out there. So I think that there's been a series of these videos, and then like the one that he showed was like a kind of like a diatribe of him reacting to and showing clips of the other videos that he's posted recently from this 2139 account. So it's interesting to me because like the way I see it, there's definitely some possibilities that this guy has just been cooped up for a while. He's been canceled. He's on some fucking drugs or whatever, or just out of his mind. There's also the other end of the spectrum where it's like, this is all just a PR stunt because he's clearly still active as an actor. He has projects coming out, so he's not been fully canceled. So,
and the name on his shirt that's written on Sharpie on his shirt has a director's name. So that's the director's name written on it.
Oh, interesting.
So the Bruce Robinson shirt. There's a British filmmaker named Bruce Robinson, but there's no clear industry connection between the two men.
Interesting. Okay. So let's see what Bruce Robinson still has. He's got an actor profile. He's got an upcoming writer profile. The Block and the Blackout. Could be.
Is it releasing 7/13?
Does not say. Yeah, both of those are just kind of like... The Blackout's a TV series, and he's a writer. The Block is seemingly a feature film. It's in pre-production. All of those are like in pre-production. He's got two, same. He's director on The Block and The Blackout. Yeah, I don't know. I found it interesting to me.
Yeah, he's really pushing the 7/13 thing. So, I don't know. We'll see in about 2 weeks.
So, mark your calendars, folks. Yeah, 7/13.
Yeah, right? So.
At... What was it? At
7:13 a.m.
7:13 a.m. So get up nice and early. I don't know what time zone that is. Maybe Pacific. I'm sure he's in Pacific.
West Coast.
I'm guessing Pacific. Yeah. I'm sure. So like 10.
Interesting.
Like a very normal time on the East Coast. No.
Yeah. So that was my tin head take. Hoping it's alien related. Please be alien related, so we can keep the tin hat take.
It is
section.
James Franco, so
Yeah.
he has played a very high person many times.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, like that's what makes it so intriguing to me is like his story in general is very intriguing to me, you know, like in this context, because like it's very clear that this could be him on a acid trip or some sort of a trip. It could be a stupid media ploy, or it could be something in between. Who knows?
Some sort of deflection, distraction.
Right. Yeah.
Who knows? What's your tin hat?
What do you
taker,
got, Jason?
Well, the Twitterverse is
it a buzz?
Full of interesting conspiracies. This one actually is Bears related.
Ooh, fun.
So, yeah, I don't know if you've heard this one. So, sorry. Hopefully, anyway. So here's the take. The take is that apparently there are several Chicago investors who have tried to persuade Elon Musk for building the Chicago Bears stadium to keep them in Chicago.
Interesting.
And he met with them apparently a couple weeks ago and is meeting with them again this week and has not ruled out the possibility of making this his quote-unquote legacy SpaceX Starship stadium.
Okay.
I mean, he's a trillionaire at this point. Why the hell not? Like,
well, apparently he's not a trillionaire anymore because
Yeah,
the SpaceX dumped, which is awesome because I was waiting for that dump. But he still could do it, and that would make a lot of sense.
He's expressed an interest in sports teams before, but
he has
from what I recall, it was more on the purchase of and ownership of a sports team rather than the stadium. I think funding a stadium, depending on how you structure that deal, is probably more of a naming rights kind of a
naming rights play.
You know, exactly, like a publicity or a branding deal than it is an investment in the sports team, you know? So I'd be interested to know like what his motivations are.
Here's the tweet.
Okay.
Here's the tweet. NFC North News, so take that for what it's worth.
Of course.
A group of Chicago investors have asked Elon to fully fund the Bears' new stadium in an effort to prevent the team from leaving. While in Chicago, Musk was surprised by multiple wealthy Chicago businessmen. They asked him if he would be open to building a stadium in Chicago, stating this could be your legacy and your Coliseum. Although Musk gave no financial commitment towards the stadium, he was intrigued at the idea of building a Starship Coliseum and will meet with government officials over the weekend about the potential project.
Okay.
So there's multiple. Alternatively, the Bears leave Soldier Field. Elon could turn this into the next SpaceX Starbase. So there is
speaking specifically of Soldier Field. He like if he wants to turn that into the launch pad for SpaceX.
Right. This is not just one. This has been picked up by a lot of different sources. I don't know if there's any truth to it. There may not be. It may just be Twitterverse mumbo jumbo, but it is an interesting conspiracy.
This is the Tin Hat Take segment, not the news. So.
Exactly.
We're here for it.
Exactly.
And even if it is true, I don't mind if, I don't think that's necessary. I do feel like the Bears have money to invest more, and push comes to shove, I think the Bears are playing hard to get, and I think they would put up a decent chunk of extra money to stay in Illinois. They just don't want to play that card yet until it's abundantly clear that the only other option is to move to Hammond. And despite what everybody may see, that's not the only option that's on the table right now. It's there. I firmly believe that I know for a fact they're still negotiating with Illinois, and there's still some Frankenstein version of a bill that's going to be put up soon if the Bears. The thing that's going on right now is that Illinois has told the Bears that the Bears have to be the one to draft the bill and present it to Illinois. It's not going to be the other way around. Illinois is not going to give them a proposal. The Bears have to put together that proposal. So if the Bears and some legislation or constituents from politicians from Illinois were to get together and put together a proposal for a bill, Illinois would call a special session to hear on that bill. They're not going to be the ones to do it, and they're not going to call a special session just to negotiate how to draft a bill. So the bill has to be put together, and then once the bill is put together, they are open to calling a special session to hear about that bill. So all this stuff is still going on. All these negotiations are still going on. This is not, the Bears are not imminently moving to Hammond, Indiana. It's still the best option on the table, but it's not the only option. And so I say that to say that if that involves bringing Elon Musk into the fold in some way, shape, or form, fine, great. I don't care. I'm all about separating billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires with their money for stupid reasons. I love SpaceX because there's nobody other than Elon Musk that can fund that sort of endeavor. So go for it. But I don't.
What about Bezos?
Well, he's doing it too, but he's failing.
Bezos playing just the tip, yeah.
Yeah, he's
just
failing.
The tip
yeah,
in space,
yeah,
so.
He's clearly two in a two-man or two. He's probably third in a three-man race if you count NASA too at this point. But he's again separating billionaires, trillionaires from their money is all good, and as far as I'm concerned. So I'd be totally fine with it if he somehow weaseled his way into the naming rights or created some sort of a situation for himself to promote his companies. But I also think that the Bears are fully capable of putting more money into this deal. They just haven't played that card yet because they're playing this hard to get thing between Illinois and Indiana, and everybody's calling each other's bluffs at this point. So
it would be interesting to see a Elon Musk stadium design though. Like, is it like a cube? Like
could be cool.
I really want like a Cybertruck style stadium. Like
what was that Jodie Foster?
Oversimplified, deconstructed.
What was that Jodie Foster movie with aliens or whatever, where they drop through that fucking
Contact.
Yes,
Contact.
I want a Bears stadium that looks like it's suspended in the middle of like the fucking contact rings or whatever. If he's doing it, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
It
Anyway,
would be interesting to see.
I don't think the problem is the purchase of the stadium. I think the problem is the tax surety. So we don't need to go down the road, but I don't think it's the cost of the stadium.
No,
I think
don't
the Bears
either.
have the money to be able to front the
They
cost.
do.
I think it's just the tax surety.
Yep.
So
yep. It's all a
that's what I got.
political game at this point right now. It's not a money game. It's a political game, and I'm willing to bet that the Bears will take a worse deal financially for the things that they want language-wise in the political aspect of it, to say, like, we'll pay more for the funding of the construction of the stadium than we would make in the savings on the taxes, as long as we have the savings of the taxes in part in the contract. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Right. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right. They just don't want to pay $200 million a year in taxes. That's all. And that's understandable. Anyway.
I get it. It's just this is far from a done deal. We can keep this going from week to week. There's going to be more developments, and yet at the same time, I have to suffer through all the goddamn Hammond memes and NFC North meme wars every fucking week until they figure this out. So we'll see. But
yep.
All right. So what else do we have? Do we have anything else in the nose? I mean, I guess quick hitters. We've got we didn't cover the NHL at all, but the Carolina Hurricanes, 2026 Stanley Cup champions, congrats to the Hurricanes. Well played series against Vegas, who was probably my second favorite team, my top choice, but Carolina played a great game. They are an interesting breed of hockey over there. They are.
I thought you were a Preds fan.
No, God,
Just kidding.
You're kidding.
Just kidding.
No, but like it's honestly my top three
It's like
teams.
the Packers.
My top teams are Blackhawks for obvious reasons. Vegas simply because I go to Vegas a lot. There's no rivalry there yet between them and us, and the way that Vegas has embraced their fans, or the fans have embraced Vegas as a team, has been awesome. People who weren't into hockey are now interested in hockey. I love it. Vegas is awesome. Third would be Carolina, because I spent most of my college life watching the Carolina Hurricanes in North Carolina. So it was perfect scenario for me. If the Hawks can't be in it, it was between Vegas and Carolina. Carolina's game was just unrelenting. They don't have any superstars. They just and they played a very similar game kind of to Vegas, where it was like as soon as they got the puck, they would hoist it into the middle and just drag you down by not letting you get into the zone. Congrats to the Hurricanes. Don't want to spend too much time. Interesting other notes. Mike Babcock hired in Edmonton. That was crazy out of nowhere. I guess Mike Babcock, former Detroit Red Wings head coach, very grizzled Canadian dude, kind of somewhat like ostracized by the NHL because I guess there was like a pseudo scandal under the radar where he was like very harsh on his players and like doing some things that were kind of like borderline cruel or whatever.
Abuse.
Yeah. So he was out for like a couple years, and then all of a sudden Edmonton shows up and it's like, hey, come on, join our team, be our coach. So that was kind of an interesting one.
It's interesting.
Brady Tkachuk, these are quick hitters. So Brady Tkachuk, the brother of Matthew Tkachuk of the Florida Panthers, was traded to the Florida Panthers. So now we can all expect a very awesome Tkachuk line, yeah, which was a line in the Olympics, by the way, too, a very productive line in the Olympics. And I think the guy who's centering that line in Florida is another Olympian, but he was the Olympic Olympian. Forgot who his name was, but. Mm-hmm. And then the Blackhawks pulled a kind of a head scratcher. We have the 4th overall pick this year in the draft, and we traded it to acquire Bo Byram from the Buffalo Sabres. Pretty stud defenseman, power play QB, but by and large, everybody thinks that this was an absolute fleecing by Buffalo to get the 4th overall pick, even though I will say that Bo Byram himself was the 4th overall pick. And if you look at, I'm going to defend this trade, even though a lot of people are. My immediate reaction was, "Holy shit! We just gave the 4th overall pick for Bo Byram, who is, he was a 4th overall pick.
A defenseman.
He's a power play quarterback, but he's a defenseman, and not the best defenseman on his team at that. But I think a lot of the people are saying that the reason why he's not the best defensive player on his team is because he's blocked by the guy who is the best defensive player on the team. I'm okay with this trade. I think the general consensus is the people wanted the Blackhawks to draft a line mate for Connor Bedard. We've been needing that for so many years.
Take the heat a little bit.
Yeah, they want a number 2 guy with Bedard, but I don't think that this draft was the right draft to get it. It is the draft where we need to make moves because we're in year 4 or whatever it is of our rebuild, and we need to stop sucking and start not sucking right now. So I get it, sure. But I look at the top 3 to 5 people in that draft, and there's a significant drop off after the 3rd guy. So you're going to, at 4th overall, you're getting
every draft, but
at 4th overall, you're getting a very, very much a questionable player, whoever you draft at 4th. Yeah, I'm okay with them taking.
We'll say an unproven.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be less confused by it if they got something that was a player of need that wasn't available in the draft. So like if they got like Like you said, a line mate.
Yeah, there are some defensive guys
like,
for sure. You could have picked a defensive guy at 4th overall, but I think Bo is a proven commodity,
proven asset.
He's young and he was a 4th overall pick. So I could see why you make this move. It's like we had a 4th overall pick we could roll the dice on.
How many pro seasons does he have?
Huh?
Yeah. How long's he been in the league?
Only like 2 or 3.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have no problem with that then. If he's proven, he's, still young.
I just have a bigger problem with them going after a defenseman when they need somebody opposite Bedard.
Right. That's the thing that was confusing to me.
No, absolutely. But I don't think you're going to get that. That you're not going to necessarily, you're going to gamble on that with the 4th overall pick in this draft. We do have
the Bengals just
plenty.
did the same exact thing with the 10th overall pick.
Yeah. We have
the guy that we wanted for that position wasn't going to be there anymore, so we got a veteran that was
2019. So I guess he is pretty
position.
old. He was drafted in 2019. I didn't realize he was that old. But he, I just think
he's not old in hockey standards. Really.
No, he's not. He's got plenty of years on him. I think that he's still probably in his his first NHL contract.
That's old in the NFL. It's not old.
No. In fact, yeah, because most of the rookie contracts, it takes 3 years at least to get your first contract. And so he's still in his first.
Hell, he could have started at 18, right? Or whatever.
Right.
Like, it's not uncommon for
he could
to start really young.
It's not, but it's also not uncommon for him to get buried in the minors for 2 or 3 years, even too. So I'd have to go back and look at what his minor league. Not everybody that gets drafted 4th overall, amazingly as it may sound, does not necessarily always go straight to the NHL. Sometimes they go back to college. Sometimes they go in the AHL. But I'm fine with it. I don't love it, but I'm okay with this trade. You look at the rest of the people that were involved, because there's more than just that involved. But by and large, it's Bo for the 4th overall. I'm okay with it. I think it the logic makes sense to me. Draft some unproven defenseman at 4th overall because you're not going to get one of the top wingers, or take a proven commodity at 4th overall. You overpay a little bit based on what his stats say and who, what he's done on his current team, but you put him on the Hawks team. I think his ceiling goes up a little bit. It's a position of need. And I think the fact that we still have drafts coming up where we could either package those draft picks for a top winger in the league right now, or possibly land an even higher draft pick in the upcoming next 2 years. As much as I don't want to tank next year, I still think it's okay. I'm not crying over that trade for sure. All right.
Okay. Any more quick hits?
Don't think so. Are you guys ready for
shambles? But
are you guys ready for the internet wins?
Sure, let's do it.
All right.
Internet wins. Let's go.
Here we go. Kind of a new segment. Here we go.
It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. The internet wins.
All right. New but old
Full
segment.
surprises.
It's new but it's old. We have a
twist on an old classic.
Twist on the old classic, yeah. I realized we do more than just memes on this, so I kind of rejiggered everything to be the internet wins instead of memes. But they will be memes, there will be videos, there'll be plenty of stuff.
I like it.
There will be.
And the song just fucking rocks. All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard song.
Starting off random, but I laughed at this one. The dentist. You've been grinding in your sleep. Me. Appreciate that, big dog.
I'll say this. I do love that big dog is making a comeback. I love that.
Right?
That's coming back into into the ethos a little bit.
Into the lexicon. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that, big dog. I've been grinding.
So, what are your pronouns? It's like, I've been been keen to big/dog. Like,
yeah. This one borders a little bit on the whatever, but I love this. These are my favorite. I've seen these plenty of times. So we got the Mexican word of the day. This is wheelchair. Juan and me only have one taco, but it's okay. Wheelchair.
I get it.
I like it. I like it.
There's so many of them. I can keep going for days and days, but I'm not going to. I just I wanted to introduce
out there.
the idea of the Mexican word of the day because they're hilarious. But
oh yeah.
All right, Batman got his name from his fear of bats. Using that same logic, what is your superhero name? To which AM replies, Captain Dick in a Zipper.
Something about Mary. That's a Ben
right.
Stiller.
It's
a Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Yeah, every time I zip up, I worry about the same thing. All right, we talked about the World Cup a little bit earlier, but here's another one. England players face the impact of playing in the Florida heat. To which Timothy Johnson replies, the British being unprepared to perform on American soil has been in tradition since 1776.
In 76.
Wow. Harsh.
I love it.
Harsh but true. This is brutal. All right, so here's Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. His country played today, but they were at the USA game. Anything for the nookie. This was during the Canadian game.
Bad.
He and his girlfriend were at the USA
game.
Yeah.
I got it.
This one cracks me up when you see it. Jameson Williams wearing these shorts to a real estate deal is insane.
Wow.
Man, all right.
Wow.
Slam a Slut Records.
They probably cost $1,000.
I'm sure. Yeah, they're probably
yeah.
not cheap shorts.
Oh,
for
sure.
They got they're like
Slam a Slut Records.
They're kind of like rips of the Timberwolves old shorts. You can see like the Timberwolf logo and like the font on the 69 too.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
just a Detroit thing.
Yeah. A warrant for Brandon Ayuk's arrest has been issued in Northern California. That's an interesting way to announce that Brandon Ayuk is signing with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
There's a warrant out for your arrest. Come to Kansas City.
Yep. I do. It's been, man, I saw something the other day that was like, dude, like multiple like team owners, stuff like that are highly concerned with Brandon Ayuk's like behavior. He posted a video not too long ago, today maybe even. It didn't make it into the memes, but he had it was him on social media. Or something?
Huh?
Was it something about Washington or something?
No, he posted a social media video like with the camera set up in his closet and a little backpack on the side, and he just like no audio. He just like fixing the camera, and then he pulls away and he grabs his backpack, unzips it, and it's filled with 20s or 100s or whatever. Just starts taking these 20s and 100s and throwing them out onto the floor, like the whole backpack worth.
Okay.
Zips it up and just walks out of his closet, and that's the end of the video. Like I could have probably put it on the Tin Hat Takes as just as strange a behavior as James Franco.
As James Franco video.
Yeah, but who knows?
Rich people doing strange things.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, I mean, like he's in the middle of like negotiations with his team and stuff, so there had to have been like some sort of a symbolism for that. Or
he's
whatever.
done. He's done in 49ers.
True.
They burned that.
They did burn that bridge.
So.
Right. Yeah.
I last I heard, he's like on video saying like "Go Commanders" or something like that.
Really?
So I don't know what that's about, but we'll find out, I guess.
We talked about it a little bit earlier too, but Terrion Arnold, he's the cornerback that just got busted for armed robbery or a year, and some people he makes $4 million a year, robs some people at gunpoint over a few $1,000. Bro was out there doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
It's just like when you make $4 million a year, and you're still
$250,000 is I would say a little more than a few thousand.
You're right. We did uncover that it was over $250,000. But still, when you're making $4 million a year and you're holding some people up at gunpoint, you're doing it for the love of the game, not because you have to.
Yeah, I mean, married to it. What do you do?
All right, Panthers running back A.J. Dillon just debuted his custom Psyduck cleats at practice, to which this person replied, "That's cool, but I can't help thinking that Psyduck is just a Pokemon with CTE."
I mean, also not wrong.
Not wrong, right?
Right, not
Like
wrong.
you could have picked any other Pokemon out there other than Psyduck.
I mean, those are gnarly though. They're is
cool.
pretty sweet. But
They're cool, man. I like
there's
it.
definitely some other Pokemon that I think probably would have gone a little better with the Panthers color palette. But that's a different conversation for a different time.
For sure. All right, first video of the night. This one comes from probably one of my favorite subreddits, the r/Looney Tunes Logic. First, I'll say that this is 1000% me. I want a Lambo so bad, but this is exactly what you would see if I got one.
Yeah. Tall hats. Just getting pelted.
There is 1000%.
That's pretty funny.
No way that I would fit into a Lambo, yet I still want one.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. This one comes to us, I think, was it Cody? I think you sent this one in, but
That was
dude's
me.
fantasy
That was me.
Jason. Dude's fantasy football punishment was having a trick or treat in the middle of June until 10 pieces.
Bit early.
I know. I'm just gonna miss it this year.
I got nothing, sorry.
Candy, anything,
Sorry.
trick or treat.
Wrong day.
I know, but I'm gonna miss it this year.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss it.
Trick or treat.
What?
Trick or treat.
Oh, c'est pas le bon jour là.
No. Okay. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Hey, trick or treat.
Oh, he's Canadian.
Anything? Candy or no? Okay. Thank you. All right, trick or treat.
Trick or treating for.
Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
For what reason?
Perishable item.
Sure. What do you want?
Soup. All right,
Sure,
trick or
what do you
treat.
want?
I don't think we got anything for you.
Perishable.
Perishable?
Like a soup.
Which is non-perishable?
Thank
Soup?
you. Thank you.
Which is
Yeah. Have a good day.
Yeah. Clearly they had to make that stipulation
No.
midway through.
Like anything?
Yeah.
Apple. Thanks.
Apple.
one sec.
Let's dump it out. Okay, 1,
Beans.
2, 3, cash, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Got it. My man. Out there in June getting
It's a pretty great punishment.
It is an awesome punishment. That was top 10 for sure.
It's good. You literally just reminded me with that video that the guy that's in our softball team, the guy who finished last place, has not done his punishment yet. And he
Ooh.
has until the season starts.
All right.
And,
Was that the
text will be
panhandling?
flying off after this. That is the panhandling.
Yes. Please video that so we can bring that one back.
Oh, trust me. Oh, if you could even hear the drums over the rest of the team losing our minds, I cannot wait for that punishment.
Yeah. For those that may not have followed us from the beginning, but yeah, Cody says that in his fantasy football circles, the punishment was that they have to drum, was it like bucket drum panhandle in front of like on some corner or something?
In like in the
square
busiest area for like foot traffic, until he gets $50 in donations.
That's a lot.
Awesome.
It is a lot. It is a lot. This is also an area that would find something like, I wouldn't be shocked if he gets it in 3 tips kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
But still, like, especially if he has a sign or something like that says like, I suck at fantasy football.
Right.
But,
Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. There's
we
plenty
will
of
be
other
enjoying
people
that.
who suck at fantasy football that will bail him out as a result.
Yeah. So really looking forward to that one. And not to completely throw Matt under the bus, who is the one that sucks at fantasy football, but also, as of this week, is fighting for last place on our softball team batting average. And if he gets last place on that, he gets his name on the side of the jersey for next season. So it could potentially be a rough next month for that guy.
We don't have the name. I don't have the name on the side of my jersey.
So it would be the letters. So right now it's TFD because
do I have that on my jersey?
You should.
Okay, sweet. Now I know. I did not know that.
It's
All right,
on there. It's the flag. It's the Beer League Society flag
It's
on one
hanging up
side
on-
and the initials on the other.
All right, sweet. I'm gonna have to take a look because it's hanging up right now in my my basement because I normally wear it. But
For what it's worth, he's fighting with Drew. They're within like 8 points of each other.
Nice.
For last place. Actually, I have it on right here. Let's see what the
pull up the
batting
batting average.
Yeah, let's pull it up right now. I've got a pretty wicked Excel spreadsheet right now. Right now, ooh, it's even closer than I remembered it being. Right now, the last two places, and mind you, this is really more accurately on base percentage. But Matt M is at the bottom with a 444, and Drew is a 447.
All right, it's gonna be a battle.
It's literally gonna come down to one at bat, and we're in the playoffs. So
nice.
It's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be spicy.
All right, moving along. This one was good. I don't know if you guys saw this, but what a fucking move. I hope this makes it to a game sometime. Eagles wide receiver Britton Covey pulls off the fake pulled hamstring route. Oh, in the middle. Oh, my hammy.
Oh, he's
dusted.
That was awesome.
There's multiple angles of this too because it was pretty badass. Oh, my hammy. Because what the fuck is this? Well, you got burnt by it, dude. That's what happened.
I would be
play till the whistle.
furious at the same time laughing hysterically. You know, based on how he stood up, you know, he was like, oh, like he definitely made like a sound or something.
Oh yeah,
to, like,
yeah.
Get him to like, oh shit, like what happened? Like,
I'm for it. I like it. I thought it was.
You gotta save that for like the joint camps though. Like you gotta.
Sure,
like,
yeah,
you don't
not
do it
rookie
against your
camp or
teammate,
something.
You just
Yeah.
shot your shot. Do it against
Right.
the other team. You know.
I wonder how that came to be too. If they just like
He'll
called
break it back out.
Yeah. I wonder if they like called that play or if he just ad-libbed it or what. But pretty
I
cool.
know, that would be hilarious though. I mean, at this point, man, he's like, hey, I'm fighting for a roster spot. You know.
Yeah, for real. All right, this is probably AI, but I still love it. I don't know why. I laugh at any dog video, so that's an easy way to make it onto the memes.
Ready, set, go!
This guy's face. What the fuck? How'd you do that?
It's like a video of like the three frogs.
He wasn't even fucking ready, and he already ate the whole damn thing.
Like the three frogs that they'll drop like a cricket in front of one of them, and one will take it, and they'll drop it in front of the next one. The other one take that one too.
Yeah.
So pissed at each other.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice.
All right, and we've got our standard musical outro, so I will cue it up. Get ready to dance. A little bit of EDM for y'all. Here we go.
Stones and flowers on the ground. We are lost and found, but love is gonna save us. Shadows walking in the crowd. We are lost and found, but love is gonna save us.
I like the drop.
I wasn't expecting the like Mortal Kombat like beat hopping in there.
Stones and flowers on the ground. We are lost and found.
Is that real?
Love is gonna save us.
What's that? Is it real?
Walking in the crowd. We are lost and found, but love is gonna save us.
What's infuriating about that is what I'm using AI the wrong way. Like it takes me like 5 tries to get any image to look decent, let alone a video of a rabbit
Dancing around, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, fellas.
This
Those
is
where the internet wins. Now I gotta come up with it. Like I'm freezing. Those were the memes of the week. The internet wins.
Undefeated.
I like it.
Undefeated. I'll come up with a better
I like
closing.
this music.
Closing. Yeah. This is definitely our end of the show music from now going forward. So.
Oh, I'm for it. I'm waiting for that. This is the box.
Well, thanks, guys. We are basically right at 2 hours. That was a good episode. Thanks to everybody who joined and watched us. Thanks, Jason, for hopping on and talking later. Even though we missed you in the early parts, we still got you on the later parts. It was awesome.
I was fishing.
Yeah, you're good. No worries, man. No worries.
Fair. Yeah. No judgment there.
What are we thinking next week? Are we gonna be here next week? I'll be here next week. Anybody else want to be here next week?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Let's see why not.
We'll find out.
It might be remote again from a different place, but I'm down.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Possibly.
Unless otherwise stated.
All right. Thanks. If you haven't already, please subscribe to us. We are the Beer League Society podcast. Find us on YouTube. That is our main place of existence. Please follow us. We're also on Facebook, but we shovel most of the traffic to YouTube. Like us on Facebook if you want to get updates for when we're going live. Watch us on Facebook when we are live. Go check out Heartland hats too. Both Cody and I are on. Rocking the hats. It's a sweet hat. One of my favorites. Love the Heartland hats. Got one myself. Hopefully you can get one too. We will see you next week. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen? Nope.
Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Go USA. They're playing right now.
Yeah. Let's all go watch it. And we'll see you next week.
All right.
Take care, everybody. Peace.
Peace out. Bye-bye.
We're gonna ring a dong for a holiday.